Hey everyone, today I will show how to record from your laptop or PC straight onto cassette tape. I will go over which cables you need and how to set the recorder properly. So let's get to it. For this video I will use my Sony cassette deck, the TC K511S from 1993. Even though it is nearly 30 years old at the making of this video, the sound quality is surprisingly good. It is a 3-head deck which allows us to both record and listen back to the recording immediately and supports all Dolby noise reductions used on cassette tapes. First off, we need a RCA to 3.5mm jack cable and a laptop to hook it up into, or a PC, it will do as well. Each cassette deck will have two RCA terminals labeled input and output. So as you can see in this case, line in and out. We will be using the input connectors as we are outputting audio from the laptop into the deck. Remember, red is the right channel and white is the left channel. For the laptop, we just need to plug it into the 3.5mm jack. My laptop has only one jack, but if you got multiple colored ones, you need to plug it into the green one, which is the output one. The next step is optional, as I have only one jack. I need to specify that I will be using this as an output, not as an input. Alright, so there are 3 steps we need to take. So the first step is calibrating the tape. This step is kind of optional, as perhaps not all tape decks can be calibrated. However, I'm going to show you what this means for this Sony cassette deck and how to properly set it. So first thing we need to do in order to calibrate it for this tape is to press the record button here and the calibration button at the right. Then we have to press the start recording button. So as you can see, we've enabled the calibration. So you can see that we have both highs and lows which we need to calibrate. So we want the meter to be going up right in the middle where the 2 arrows are pointing. So we can do that by adjusting the main recording level for the lows and the bias for the highs. So let's just try something. So let's increase the recording level, and as you can see, the lows are increasing up until right where we want them, so right there in the middle. The highs have also increased a little bit, however not to the extent that we want them. So now we will turn the bias knob and let's just turn it to the left, so decrease the bias, and then as you can see we are increasing the highs up until we got it right where we want it, right in the middle. So now that we have a properly calibrated tape deck for our tape, we can move on to the next step. Alright, so now that we've properly calibrated the deck for our tape, we need to set the recording level for the song. For this we will not be using neither of these two, we will not be touching them at all. We will be only using the recording knob over here, so the big recording knob. Depending on the tape deck, you might have 2 knobs, for example one for the left channel, one for the right channel. And this tape deck, well, probably like most of them, has only one knob for that, so this is for both the left and the right channel at the same time. So in order to start, we need to determine the loudest part of our song. So the loudest part of our song, we will set the recording level for that. So what we want to make sure is that the VU meters, which you see on the left side, which are moving around right now, we want to make sure that the recording level is slightly into the red every once in a while, but the majority of the time it stays out of the red. So you can see them jumping around right now. So I just started playing the song on the laptop. It is not recording yet, however it is displaying the source. So what we need to do now is, what I usually do is fast forward the tape a little bit, press the record button and then the play button, and actually start recording. So since this is a 3-head machine, we have one head which is responsible for the recording, another head right after it which is responsible for the playback, so we can immediately hear what we are recording. For that I will press the monitor button right here, and right now you can see the sound coming from the tape itself. So as you can see, it is way too far into the red. We're continuously in it. We're even going into the +4 decibels. So what we need to do is tone down the recording level, which you can do by decreasing the knob over here. So let's just decrease it a little bit like so. Yeah, and now you can see that we've got the recording level set properly. So every now and then the song is actually going a little bit into the red. However, there's not a problem as long as it stays around 0, perhaps once in a while into +2, but really no further than that. So now that we've properly set the recording level, what I always do next is return to the beginning of the tape, and well, at least in this case, since there's nothing else on it, and then actually start the recording. So we press record and play once again. Wait a couple of seconds here until we get past the leader tape, so let's say around 10 seconds. Monitor the tape and press start on our laptop, and as you can see, we are now recording from the laptop straight onto analog cassette tape. Alright, so now that you know the basics of recording to tape, you can start recording your favorite songs, perhaps from Spotify, perhaps from Tidal, perhaps your files locally on your computer straight onto tapes. Let me know if it was helpful, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.